So for the session of the 22nd of March 2022, the major averages shook off Fed Chairman Powell's hawkish comments from yesterday, the 21st, and bought the dip in technology and bank names to lead the market higher. Wells Fargo gained 4.4% and Bank of America gained 3.13%. They all led the chart for financial stocks as both the 2-year and 10-year Treasury rose to pre-pandemic highs. On the technology side, large cap FAANG names also surged better than 2%, but Tesla was the big gainer, gaining 7.19% following the opening of its first European manufacturing plant in Germany. All but one of the sectors were positive, with consumer discretionary, communication services, financials, and technology all rising above 1%, while energy was the lone sector in the red. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed higher by 254.47 points and finished at 34,807.46. The S&P 500 jumped higher by 50.43 points, which was a gain of 1.13%, and settled at 4,111.61, while the NASDAQ was the biggest percent gainer, climbing by 270.36 points, which was a gain of 1.95%, finishing at 14,108.82. Okay, breadth was positive, while advancing issues beat declining issues by 5 to 3, a ratio of 5 to 3 on the New York Stock Exchange, and 11 to 4 on the NASDAQ. Advancing volume was 70% on the New York Stock Exchange and 80% on the NASDAQ. VIX declined by 0.59 points, which was a loss of 2.51%, and finished at 22.94. Crude oil fell by 0.82%, and the April contract closed at $111.3 a barrel. Okay, so moving on, we can just go ahead and see what happened with MULN. MULN eventually gained 3.12%. So it was, and also eventually the biggest gainer by volume, the most active based on volume. So the volume for that session, what do we have? 260.88 million shares. And the top movers, let's see on its options. Okay, let's get all of them, both of them, and see. So in terms of gains, I think what we have mostly are losses, so it was just a modest, pretty much all through the session it was in negative territory, so we really don't expect to see very much on the option side. Okay, but we still saw a decent volume here, decent amount of volume, 21,880 for the 14th of April $4 calls. So we had a target of $3.3. It has in the previous session it exceeded that, and it's now just above that target of ours. I can't exactly remember what our current target is, if there's any, but we're just going to move on and see what happened to AMC. AMC, it gained 15.13%, and it's up 9.8% in this post-market session. You can see the stock price is extending nicely without a very steep angle of attack, which is likely to ensure that it may continue to extend. Okay, so let's see what happened. Was there any news? Let's see concerning GameStop, or rather AMC. So AMC Entertainment, another meme stock that has been popular with individual investors, closed up 15.1% with a volume of 22.4. It's 2.4 times its 10-day moving average on Tuesday. It's the biggest one-day percent gain in a month. Okay, raging gains in both stocks last year were at least partly attributed to a squeeze in short sellers, which analysts said that while there were not clear drivers for either rally, the so-called meme stocks likely went up at least in sympathy with each other. Okay, so shares in heavily shorted video GameStop. Yeah, GameStop. Okay, that's we're going to come back to that. It gained that 30%. So yeah, that's what's happening there. Let's see what how things are like for GameStop. Biggest move, the top movers was the in terms of options was the $20 calls for its 1st of April series, 350%, 18,535. So yes, AMC gained 15.13. Okay, the volume, let's get a volume for that. It was 80.515. Okay, let's move on to GME, GameStop gained 30.70%, as indicated earlier on. Is up 14 points, roughly 14% in this post-market session, getting support just like AMC from its 50-minute moving average. Like, I think we already know the news. Okay, it says Ryan Cohen picks up 10,000 GameStop shares, stocks jump. Okay, that's amongst other things why we are seeing this. So I think we can. It seems yes, AMC drew sympathy from GameStop. It seems, yes. Okay. So the biggest gainer is not the biggest gainer. I think the biggest gainer is the 150 calls. The 150 1st of April calls gained 845%. Yeah, that's a big one. Oh, no, there's even a bigger one. The 120 calls gained 921%. So big gains for GameStop options. And we have 14.81 million shares. They are still counting in this post-market session. It's up roughly 15%. So let's look at DPRO. Dragonfly. It's gained 41.32%. It gained more than that in the regular session. I think we had a target of $3 and some fraction. I'm not exactly very sure what it was, but in any case, the charity revived soldiers of Ukraine, or something like you revived soldiers of Ukraine, or something like that. They ordered up to 200 of their drones for emergency medical search and rescue activities in Ukraine. So it's now up 0.85% in this post-market session. Okay, that was the news. You can see that Dragonfly saw an order for up to 200 drones. That was early in the session. As a matter of fact, this news came out in the pre-market session. So, and it's optionable. It's optionable, yes. Okay, the biggest gainer was the 14th of April, $5 calls gained 200%. Oh, no, as a matter of fact, the biggest gainer is actually 250 calls of that same series. It gained so of the 14th of April, gained 542%. 183.688 million shares across the tape. Okay, moving on to LLL. Okay, LLL. This company received an order for $60 million order from another Chinese company, and it soared at some point over 200%. I think we had a target. Our target was reached. I think it was reached. I believe. I believe it was reached or something like that. But you can see that JX Lux Venture signed $60 million sales agreement. So it's not optionable. Volume was 92.136 million. Okay, so let's look at Society Pass Incorporated. Let's see what's going on there. It gained 31.46, down 0.28 now. What was the news? Oh yeah, to see here, it says reports full year 2021 financial results sees 891% year-on-year revenue growth. Okay, all of these came out early in the session. We can get that to pop up, but okay, in any case, it's not optionable. 31.058 million shares have crossed the tape. Yeah, that's what's all. These are just a summary of all that happened. Let's before we round up, let's see where MULN is at the moment. MULN is up 1.21. AMC is up in sympathy of 9.26 now. GameStop is up because Cohen has picked up more shares, up 15.32%. So see what you make of all of these things, and we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.